So it's Friday afternoon, you're heading home from work, and today is payday, you've just been paid. What's the plan? Friday night footy, beers with the boys, a big night, or taking the missus out for dinner, a really nice restaurant for a really good feed? No, neither of those. G'day guys, my name is Jeff and welcome to my channel, Kicking Financial Goals, a new channel I've started up to talk about money, investments, what to do with your money, and any sort of experiences I've gone through, and what I've learned about money so far. So thank you very much for clicking on my video. You didn't have to, but hopefully I can share with you a bit of knowledge I've learned along the way of making money, looking after your money, and having a bit of fun along the way as well. So I think it's pretty important. Now, to start off with, I'm not a financial manager. I don't work in finance. I'm not an expert, but I believe I've got myself in a pretty good position where I can look after my money. Myself with my wife, we do have quite a nice 3-bedroom house, a couple of nice cars. Well, not nice cars, we've got a nice family car. At the moment I'm driving my little get to work Ford Focus. It's a beast. But I think I'm quite good with my money and can be quite frugal with the money that we do have. So hopefully I can give you guys a bit of advice to make you, one, more successful, and two, spend a little bit more money. So what I want to go through today is the top 5 things I think you should be doing once you get that pay in your bank on payday. Okay, so pretty simple. Number 1, okay, if you haven't already done this, get all your accounts automated. Okay, so as soon as that money hits your bank account, if you can do it that day or within the next sort of week, get your money automated, or within the next couple of days so you don't spend it. Get that money automated to go out to your sort of monthly bills. So stuff like, if you do own a home, your mortgage, if you don't own a home and rent, your rent, or board if you're staying at your parents or friends or family or whatever it is, pay your board, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, that sort of thing. There's stuff like electricity, water, gas, your internet, your mobile phones, your stuff like your streaming sites, so your Netflix, your Disney Plus, all that kind of stuff. KO if you're here in Australia, or Foxtel, whatever it may be. Get them sort of automated, paid, gone. Okay, so that comes straight over your account. Best thing to do with that automation, you can set it up with any bank account, obviously with BPay or just automatic withdrawals. They're your essentials that you need to go about your daily life, and whether you can sort of judge on how much you need to spend on that kind of stuff by managing what you have. So, but I believe everyone obviously needs a home, so you need to make sure that's first in your agenda. And this day and age, everyone needs a mobile phone, so you need to make sure that's paid for with the internet and all that kind of stuff as well. So that's my number 1. That's what I think is probably your most important thing. Number two, get your travel sorted. Okay, so whether it is, and this is fuel. So if you're going home on a Friday night, you may go out over the weekend, you may not, but you need your travel sorted for Monday morning. You don't want to be rushing around Monday morning. For instance, putting fuel in your car, topping up your MyKey or your Opal card or your travel card, whatever it is you use. So make sure that's done. So for me on a Friday afternoon, if I've been paid on the way home, I actually fueled up last night instead. I'm going to fuel up my car to the brim, okay, all the way up with my pay. So my car is ready, for the weekend if I do go out. We do use our we have a Toyota Kluger, so we use that for our family car over the weekend. I drive that with my wife and my little boy, so I don't use this car, but I want to make sure this car is ready for me for Monday. Okay, if you do have a travel card for like trains, trams, ferries, whatever it is, you guys, buses, whatever it is, make sure that's paid on a Friday afternoon if you can as well. So if you can do that automatically through Apple Pay or Samsung or Google Pay, whatever it is, make sure you can do that, or drop into your local shop that kind of top up your travel card. So get that one sorted, and make it sorted for the month or fortnight or whatever it is you get paid. make sure that's locked in for that period of time, so you don't have to grab money out of other accounts to pay for your travel. So get that one locked in first. Beautiful. Number 3 I have on my list is your expenses. So your expenses are pretty important. Obviously, I've already touched base on your sort of monthly bills that you have, but then you have your weekly, daily expenses. So stuff like your groceries, drinks, sort of day-to-day stuff you're going to pay for. So get that sort of done. And when I said before, not going to go out partying with your mates straight away. You should have a bit of a plan with what you're doing with your money and that kind of thing. So for me, it's Friday night. I do like to have a few beers, watch the footy, watch a movie, that kind of stuff. So I'm on the way home tonight, I'll grab a carton of beers, and that'll set me up for the next couple of weeks. So rather than go out to a pub or a nightclub or whatever it is, those days are behind me, but I used to do this all the time. Rather than do that and go spend 10, 15, 20 bucks on a drink, I'm going to spend tonight $40 on a carton of beer. That's 24 beers, or go buy a bottle of spirits, where it's vodka, whiskey, scotch, whatever it is, or bottles of wine, that kind of stuff for the girls, or if you don't mind, a bottle of red or a bottle of white wine as well. Go get that sorted. So you don't spend money at bars and pubs and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So that was 3. Is get your daily expenses sorted. Really important, I think. Friday, or you're going to go do it on a Saturday or Sunday, is to get your groceries sorted for the day. So I think one day a week, you should go through your sort of shopping list and your food for the week. Really important to get this sorted, so you're not sort of buying your lunches at work, going out and spending 15, 20 bucks on a lunch at work. Make sure you've got some good food, brekkies, dinners, all that kind of stuff. I know for me, for my brekkies throughout the week, I'm pretty on breakfast throughout the week. I'm pretty simple. I'll just have some Wheat Bix, cereal, and that'll do me. But on the weekends, sometimes me and my wife do go out for breakfast, just to get out of the house and take Maxie, my little boy, out and about. But I do always like to have my eggs and bacon, toast, that kind of stuff on the weekend, to mix it up and have a bit of fun. I've got a little bit more time to prepare meals, so yeah, you can have a bit more fun around your meals there. So make sure this sort of stuff is planned, and then you do have your weekly sort of dinners planned. So we like to plan for our dinners in fortnightly blocks. So we're having a different thing every night, and we plan for our dinner so we know what we're doing. Cool. So next one, number 4. So we'll go to that now. So the number 4 tip that we have to start doing once you get your pay in your bank account. Number 4 for me is to start saving. Start building a savings account. Now, for us, we have me and my wife, my family, we have three separate savings accounts that we use. So basically, so for our pay, me and my wife's our pay goes into a joint bank account. From that, we have 5 accounts that it gets distributed out to. So our daily expenses is the number 1 account. 60% of our pays, our combined pays, goes into that account. Then 30% of our pay goes into a long-term savings account, which is our savings maximizer account with ING, because it's got a high interest on that one, so good to make some money. Our third account is our splurge account. So our splurge account is for stuff like going out for dinner, going out for breakfast, buying coffees, paying for movie tickets, that kind of stuff. The stuff that you don't really need, but is a little bit of fun and a bit of enjoyment throughout the month. Our fourth one is our fun account, I call it. So it's stuff like holidays, birthdays, Christmas, birthday and Christmas presents, small little like decor upgrades to our house. Yeah, stuff that creates a bit of fun, but is a little bit more long term. And number 5 is our emergency account. So we put 10% goes into our splurge account, and then 5% into our fun account and our emergency account. So yeah, the emergency account is there for any anything that pops up that we need some money for. So yeah, that's more like an emergency. So we've broken that down into 3 categories, being medical, a home, and car. So we have a bit of spare cash lying around for that one. So with that, I recommend having three savings to contribute to. One being your long-term savings, so really build up that long-term savings that you want to either keep in a high-interest bank account. You're going to have for when you're older, or invest in a stock, shares, dividends, that kind of stuff. So your money is actually working for you rather than just being a purely liquid cash flow and money sitting there. So if it's earning high interest, fantastic, that's awesome. So the second thing is obviously putting money in for stuff that you want to do. So if you're really into traveling, putting money away, putting a percentage away of your savings to go on holidays and travel and do all that kind of stuff, or you're trying to save up for something quite big like a new car or a surfboard, or I don't know. Put money away for that kind of stuff that you can save for long term. And 3, which I think this can be probably the most important thing I would probably prioritize, is make sure that you do have an emergency account. So when you need cash, you have cash there. Okay. So this is different to say like your splurge account and your daily expenses account. It's your emergency account. It's only break in case of an emergency. It's your fire extinguisher. A lot of financial guys like to call it. So, yep. So that's number 4. And number 5 is something, again, look, been a little bit boring with this kind of stuff, I think. But look, you need to do it. You need to start thinking about money and earning money the right way. So number 5, if you can, put aside a little bit of money. So if you work full time, you're even part time, your business should be putting money aside for your superannuation. So when you're older, or 401k or Roth IRA, whatever it is, wherever you're based. Here in Australia, it's your superannuation, so your retirement fund. Should be putting away a small percentage of your pay from your work. So your work does this automatically. Now, what you don't know, I know here in Australia, is the government can actually match any contribution that you do individually. So if you put in $500 of your own money per month, the government will match that. Now, whether that's per month or per quarter or whatever it may be, we'll apply with different super funds, and obviously we'll have to check the T's and C's for that. But it's basically free money. Now, if the government can match that, you're putting in super contributions for your future. If you can put in $500 a month, the government's going to put that in. That's an extra $6,000 a year that you're getting free. Now imagine you're doing that over a long term, like in 20 years time. Hang on, how are we going? 18, is that 180 grand? No, 18 grand. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking. No, 180 grand. My maths is terrible. Please do the maths below. I'm sorry. So yeah, look, you get free money, so that's pretty cool. So one thing I did recently, I kept putting off, all that kind of shit, was consolidating my superannuation. So if you have one super account, you've been with the same job for a long time, fantastic, that's fucking awesome. I did not. I've had multiple jobs over my time. I worked in sales, I worked in sport, I worked at a petrol station when I was going through university, all that kind of stuff. Get your one super, whether it's with your current business, which is what I did. I'm with Australian Super. jump on their website. There should be a link saying consolidate your super. Press 2 buttons, bang, it's done. In the next couple of days, you'll get an email come through, or mail in the post, or a notification that your money from these other super accounts are starting to consolidate into one account. Now, I did this recently, and I'd always thought for a while that my super was not going to be fantastic. I looked at this, consolidated all my super together, and it seems to be adding up every other week as well. Sort of more money seems to be compiling on interest, which is fantastic. My interest is at a above average level compared to my age bracket. So, how good's that? Awesome. So that was number 5. Now, so that was five tips which I think you should do once that pay packet goes into your bank balance. Please take my advice. If you've liked what I've gone about, please punch a like on the video there, and feel free to comment down below with any further tips that you guys think, or if you think this has been a great little video, please let me know. Would love the feedback. All of my socials, all of my contacts, everything down below. Please feel free to check out some of my other sort of sites where I'm, I suppose, like eBay, where I do sell video games, Blu-rays, clothing, pop culture stuff. Check it out. There's some cool stuff up there. And check out my Teespring t-shirt design website. If you like anything there, jump on, grab it. If you want to design your own stuff, go for it as well. But thank you very much for driving me home tonight and being a part of my financial journey. And hopefully we can grow together and make some money. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.